Would you like to learn one of the key secrets to becoming good at something? Then stay tuned because that's what today's talk is all about. Hello everyone, this is Salek and welcome to another episode of the Growth Philosophy Podcast, a bite-sized weekly podcast focused on empowering you to think better and upgrade your life. So let's talk about today's topic. Do you want to know what the secret is to becoming good at something? Or even really good at something? And I mean so good that you become an expert. Would you like to know what the secret is for that? One word. Repetition. Yes, repetition. No matter the area, the skill, the industry, the profession, whatever it is you want to get good or better at, repetition is important. Repetition is not just important, it is essential for becoming good at anything, no matter what it is, and is an absolute must if you want to achieve the level of mastery. So if you want to not just become good at something, but become an expert, repetition is an absolute must. If you want to get good or better at something, anything, one of the best ways to do that is to practice the thing a lot. You have to repeat it over and over and over again. Repetition is key to becoming good at anything, no matter what area of life you think about. The people who are the best of the best know this. Why do you think pro athletes spend countless hours doing something that they are already good at? They're really good at what they do already. They're pro athletes for a reason, right? They do it because they know the power of repetition. Take Michael Jordan, for example. Everyone knows of Michael Jordan, right? We know him as one of the best basketball players of all time. But did you know that his training regime involved a lot of repetition? He practiced 1,000 jump shots a day, 6 days a week. That's 1,000 jump shots a day, 6 days a week. That totals to 6,000 jump shots a week. And he did that for months. But he's not the only one. Kobe Bryant, another basketball legend, does something very similar. But it's not just in basketball. No matter what sports you look at, you'll find that the best repeat the same things a lot. In fact, repetition is a key practice of nearly anyone who is good at what they do, no matter what skill or field or area you look at. A pilot who is really good at flying is one who practices the same thing over and over and over again. A driver who is really good at driving becomes good after repeatedly practicing driving. A chef who looks like a magician with a knife becomes good not overnight, but only after hours and hours of practicing their chopping skills over and over and over again. It takes practice and repetition to get really good. That doesn't just happen overnight. This reminds me of the time I went to Thailand and watched this street food vendor. This guy was selling a green papaya salad. If you've been to Thailand, you know what I'm talking about. It's one of the most popular dishes in Thailand. So this guy, he was making this green papaya salad, and he was making it so fast that it almost looked impossible. It was all like a flurry and over in seconds. Let's just say it was impressive, and it tasted pretty good too. Now, even if you haven't seen a vendor like that, even if you haven't seen a street food vendor like that, I'm pretty sure you have seen examples like that. Experts like that exist everywhere. They are the people who make what they do look really easy and even effortless. Have you seen one of those great guitarists like Van Halen or Stevie Ray playing the guitar? It looks incredible, right? Well, same principle. Speed and skill like that don't develop overnight. They are a result of practice, and a whole lot of it. There is a reason why the best athletes and musicians and other pros practice regularly and practice a lot. That repetition is one of the key things that makes them the best of the best. But repetition isn't just important for the pros. Even in day-to-day life, it makes a big difference. It has a very important part to play. There is a reason why those with experience get good at what they do. It is because they have had more practice. It is because they have had more repetition. There's a famous Latin proverb about this. Repetitio mater studiorum. I hope I pronounced it correctly. And here is what it means. It means repetition is the mother of all learning. And it really is. Repetition makes a big difference. Now, repetition is good and essential, but there is something you need to keep in mind. Repetition is only good when your form is good. Now, what do I mean by that? Here is what I mean. When you do something, especially when it is a new skill, it is very easy to do it incorrectly. But if it is not corrected, it won't do you much, if any, good. In a situation like that, repetition doesn't actually help you, but can harm you. Repeating the wrong things instills bad habits and does you more harm than good. So it is important for you to make sure that what you're choosing to practice repeatedly is the right thing. You do need to choose the right skill to practice, to repeat, to get the most benefits. Repeating the wrong thing won't help you, so this is something you do need to be careful about. You need to make sure that what you choose to repeat is the right thing, because that is how you can reap the rewards of repetition. But no matter the skill, be it a simple one or even a complex one, repetition will make a difference. The more you repeatedly practice a skill, the better you will get at it. It really is that simple. Simple, yes, but not easy. It is not easy because repeating the same thing over and over again is not glamorous and can even be downright boring. This is why patience and perseverance plays a big role in developing a skill. To become really good, you need to have patience and perseverance because you need to repeat the thing that might seem boring. That said, you already know how to do this. The skill of repetition is not something new you need to adopt. You're already good at it. I'm going to give you an example of this fact. Think back to when you were young. Think about the time when you first learned how to write. Now, did you just write once and master the skill? No, you did not. You did it over and over again before you mastered the skill of writing. And then over time, with practice, you got so good at it that now you can write things without having to consciously think about the alphabet. But you did have to think about the alphabets consciously when you were just starting off. We have all gone through that experience. So repetition is a skill we already have, all of us. And it is a skill we already know the value of. Every area of your life that you are really good at, every skill that you are good at, repetition played a major role. But there are other benefits too, like developing muscle memory, which is where you can do something without consciously thinking about it, as a result of repeatedly doing it many times. As a result of repeating the thing over and over again, the pattern or practice gets so ingrained in your brain that you can go on autopilot mode and just do it. If you're really good at something, then you know what I'm talking about. If you're not yet, then trust me, this is a benefit to look forward to. Here's the bottom line. If you want to get good at something, you need to repeatedly practice it. The more you do it, the better you will get at it. No matter the skill. If you practice it enough, you can get good at it. Now let me ask you a question. Do you think you can get good at something if you repeatedly practice it 500 to 1,000 times a day for a week or a month or even longer, like Michael Jordan or Kobe did? I am positive that you can. The question isn't will you get good at it, but rather can you stick to it? And that is a question that only you can answer. You can get good at whatever skill you want. Whatever skill. You choose whatever skill you want to get good at. You can. And now you know what you need to do. The more you repeatedly practice something, the better you will get at it. Repetition is the secret.